So Atlassian, I guess, it's a very Australian company, and the founders have kind of really imputed a lot of their larrikinism, I guess, into the way that we work. So it is a very fun culture. They often say that everything's kind of done with a wink. It's very serious. Obviously we're all trying to ship amazing software, but at the same time, we do have a lot of fun. I reckon because the Google person's not here yet, we do often have a lot of Google grads come down to Atlassian for Friday night drinks. So I think that says it all.
Definitely relate to what Michael and I guess both Michaels are saying about the flat structure. Cochlear has got a lot of that as well, in that, it's all open plan. So you can go and chat to, CTOs and go chat to anyone you want to. And that's what struck me about Cochlear, is just how collaborative it is. Anyone at that company is up for a coffee to share what they know or to just pick each other's brain and see what's going on. And yet really, really great that extends, because Cochlear is a global company. There's offices everywhere. I've had calls with people all around the world, and you feel just as connected to them as you do to the people who sit a few desks behind you. So they're really good at connectivity, culture, and of course all the good stuff. Friday night drinks, we've got a company band, which is amazing. They often play at the Macquarie Uni Bar. If you ever go to the Macquarie Uni Bar, you might see the Stimulators, which are the Cochlear band. They're awesome. Great place to work, and that's what drew me back.
Macquarie is also extremely diverse, and something that they're constantly working to achieve and improve. For example, the graduate intake that I'm in is a 50-50 gender split, but that's just one area of diversity. It's not only just gender, but like past background, technological experiences, maybe culturally around the world, because Macquarie is a global company. It operates, I think it's like more than 30 markets around the world, with staff globally. So there's a huge amount of diversity that comes in as part of the culture at Macquarie. And equally, they also have a Macquarie Foundation as well, where staff can give back to cultural groups that they're interested in and want to support as well.
Yeah, so I can speak very highly of INC's commitment to diversity. I mean, I was on my team alone. I had people from like so many different cultures. A lot of the people that were working in the Sydney office were from overseas. And there was a lot of diversity, not just from overseas, but also within Australia. Many of the interns didn't just come from, USyd, UNSW. There were people from Queensland, from Victoria, people from Western Australia. So there's people from all over the place at IMC. And also with respect to gender diversity, the most recent intern intake was really quite diverse as well. And it was very heartening to be working in such a diverse group of people. So
yeah. That's a really good question. And I think it really depends on where you want to go. I don't think there is any one thing you can do to guarantee yourself an internship, but one thing I found really helps is if you haven't already had some form of work experience, even if it's not in the sector that you want to work in, get some work experience. And that might not be the most popular bit of advice, but it's a bit of advice that I always try and push, because I find the people that are easiest to interact with in their work environment are those who have worked in a work environment before. I give an example a lot. It's very easy to teach not easy, but it's reasonably standard to teach technical skill. It's much harder to teach you not to be a bit of a dick in an email. Apologies for the French. I just find those soft skills are something that are really good to develop either in employment, or failing that, society involvement and stuff like that. But employment experience or involvement in a society that suits where you want to go is something I would put near the top of your priority list in first year for sure.
I'm a quant trader, so I didn't actually do an internship at SIG. I started as a graduate. But what I will say about just, I guess, getting your first job in general is to try to have something on your CV that stands out, because all these companies on the panel are incredible companies. They probably get thousands of applicants every year. If you can have something that stands out, and if that's your marks, then that's great. If that's your high school performance, that's great. Or you might even do something else, like as a tech student, you might start your own app or create your own website. If you can just do something there to stand out, I think that's one way to get noticed. Otherwise, you can kind of, at an early stage of interviews, sink into the back of the crowd. That's my little tip.